Righto, what have we got today? So, over the years, the Ranger's lived out the front for probably the last 8 years or so. And doing that has caused a few cosmetic things that I'm not overly happy about. One of which is what we're going to look at today. So, you can see here that the rubber has started to crack and deteriorate, and it's looking a bit worse for wear. She's a bit faded, she's a bit cracked, and this is essentially the job we're going to tackle today. So we're going to replace these rubbers. I've ordered some, which you can see here, it's a brand new set behind me. I hope they fit. I haven't checked or anything yet. So we're going to tackle this today and see what's involved to replace the rubbers and make these windows come back to life. We're going to try this one first. So I've just sized this up and it looks like this is the right size at the back. So old versus new, you can definitely see the difference in the color and like the rubber. So we're going to try and get this off. We'll give it a quick wipe down with some metho or whatever, get it clean. So it looks like the, oh, there it is. There's your T20 here on the corner. So we'll go and crack that one now. Again, I don't like this. I probably don't encourage it. I might come in from the other side. I hope there's nothing else holding it on because I haven't checked. So, cool. Just seems like it's very well stuck. Alright, let's have a look at the new one and see what lugs we've got on here. So I think we just popped this. So that's the main one we're worried about there. There we go. Alright, so we had a little bit of bendage there. So, old and new part, I really do hope they're the same now. Otherwise we've got a problem. Old, you know what, considering this car is, what, 2015 now, so 9 years this year, that kind of grime build-up is okay from my end. Let's wipe that down now. So I'm just going to use some metho to wipe that down. Just a bit of general purpose cleaner. Methylated spirits. Part one complete. Alright, it's a new bit. So I'm assuming that we're going to have to start from up this end because that's where the other one had trouble coming out of. So we'll just kind of line that up, seat that in. Probably need to get that bit in first, at a guess, and then just kind of wedge that in. Probably push along like so. Guys, if that's all that is super easy to replace. There we go, I heard the click. How good is that? That is magic. That is so, I am so happy with that. Let's get that screw in. One down. Beautiful. So I'm just going to nip this up, not too tight, but just enough for it to not kind of rattle loose on its own. Just give this a bit of a smidge like so. Alrighty, one down. How good is that? I'm pretty happy with that. And you can see these look like shit. Come on. Come on, baby. There we go. Beautiful. As you can see, these are well and truly worn. Alright, these have seen better days. And again, I hope my replacement kit fits because I don't think that's going back on. But again, considering like 8 years, like that's actually quite clean considering. So same thing, we'll wipe this down. Coming back over my stuff, I think the first one that we undid was the driver, which is this bad boy here. So, that's the inside one. All right, cool. So we're gonna sit this on the lip over here first and just get it in under the mirror, all right, because it's gonna have to go that way. Just give it a bit of a push with your forearm, get it over the lip and get it in the mirror channel. It's got a little bit more to go. As you can kind of see, you can feel, you can push that along quite easily once you've cleaned it. And then just push, click. Guys, 2 out of 4. And we are rolling for 5 minutes and I've done 2 out of 4 of these trims. This is definitely, when you can find your screw, it's definitely a DIY job that you can tackle yourself. Not hard. If I can do it, you can do it. Seriously, probably, without filming or anything, you're probably looking at about a 10-minute job. Hell, double it, 20 minutes, and you can replace this shit yourself. And the only tool that I've really needed is this T20 piece, right, which undoes your security screw to get the seal off. Okay, driver's done. That looks magic. The back one's done. Ignore the dog drool, looks like crap. The back one's done. I'm going to flip around to the other side now and we're going to do the passenger side and the rear side, and then I'll circle back and I'll do a cross comparison of what the old ones look like on the floor versus the new ones, and we'll see the difference. See you in a minute. Righto, so quick summary before we go through what the end product looks like. These rubbers cost me under $70 from catch.com. I looked up my year and my model and I had the genuine Ford dealership stuff come up. That was looking at around the $200 mark for the genuine Ford rubbers. I found the model number from those guys and I've then I whacked that into the Google search, as we always do, and I got a hit on catch.com. Now, the rubbers from catch.com were $70 for the full set of 4. So under 20 bucks a rubber, which is pretty good value considering these are 8 years old. And I'm super stoked with how these have finished. So under 70 bucks, under 15 minutes to install myself with only a T20 tool required. That is, honestly, that is it. Now, what does the difference look like, I hear you ask? Great question. Let's do a side-by-side comparison. So I'm going to flip you over. At the bottom is the old one, at the top is the new one, and let's have a look and see what the finished product looks like. So, old at the bottom, new at the top. Right, as you can see, they have well and truly paid for themselves. Like, how is that? That is now the best part of the whole door. Nice and easy. Again, just a T20 tucked in behind there and you lift the suckers off. Same for these ones, right? I haven't quite pushed this down all the way yet, as you can see, but I'll do that in a minute once I put the window up. So, new rubbers. And for these ones, T20 is tucked in behind it here. All right, if you're playing at home, it's tucked in behind you there. So, finished product on this side. Super happy with this. I had some trouble with this door, which you might see in the hyperlapse. It turned out that I hadn't pushed it down all the way. So when I was trying to screw in this side, it wasn't down far enough. There is a little lug or a notch in at about here, and then the T20 is just behind that door there. So keep that in mind if you have some trouble with the back ones. You might just need to push it down a little bit further to get it through. As for the front ones, they'll probably bend back with some time. I did have a little bit of issues with this one too, but it was purely because I hadn't tucked it in under the mirror here at the front. But super happy with that as a turnout. Again, 15 minutes-ish. T20 screw, and hopefully that's another 8 years worth right there. I doubt it, but one can only hope. All right, fingers crossed. First little TLC job done. Got a couple more little teething issues that we need to do before we go away for a trip at the end of the year. That one's been annoying me for quite some time now. and I'm glad it's done. All right, so as you can see, 70 bucks, 20 minutes, and a T20 bit can get you a long way, right? I'm super stoked with how this has turned out. Couldn't have asked for it to be any better than that at the moment. As I said, 7 or 8 years, car's been out in the sun its whole life. The poor girl has copped a bit of abuse with sun damage, as you can see in the bonnet. Let's see if we can get that right. The clear coat's going on the bonnet. I need to look at that when we come back. Yeah, I'm not stoked with it. She's now got a place to live under the patio here, but if you've got any tips or tricks on how to fix a faded clear coat or a clear coat that's coming off, please let me know in the comments below. I will review those. Otherwise, spend your 70 bucks, spend your 20 minutes. If you've got a T20 already, this job is perfect, nice and easy, nice and simple. On a difficulty rating, I'd say this is easy, 100% easy. Any DIY can do this, so long as you've got a T20, you're set to go. Now, bit of a shameless plug, I'm sitting at 90 subscribers at the moment, and I'm hanging to get to 100. If you have watched more than one of my videos, my only ask is please like and subscribe. Let's keep this journey together. Let's hit the 100 subs, let's keep it going. I am pumped with the stuff that's coming in the next few months. I know the videos have been a bit slow and I do apologize. Just got a lot of crap on at the moment. As I've said previously, I've got about 4 or 5 gear videos coming for the Ranger. There's a lot of work, there's a lot of money going into the car. If you guys are interested to hear how much I'm sinking into it, I'm happy to do a video on the Ranger review, how much we've spent, what's worth doing, what's not worth doing, what do I regret, what do I enjoy. Happy to do something like that in the near future. But for now, I am super stoked with how this has turned out. I'm gonna go and enjoy a nice cold frothy because I can hear the guys over the road calling my name. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get to 100 subbies, and I will see you in the next one. The joys of filming with dogs. Come on, out. Yeah, Wally, outside with that. Come on, out. 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 The things that we have to do to keep you out. Okay. Let's try this again.